Governor Romney called me on a Friday night. This is before I had decided to endorse him. And said he was coming through New Jersey. Wanted to know if he and Ann could stop by and visit. This was on a Friday night, and I said, he asked, I said, sure, of course. Come by lunchtime tomorrow. Great. I got off the phone and told Mary Pat, now, we have 4 children, between 9 and 19. So you all who have children, I know it's immediately going through your mind right now, right? It was Friday night, and I spring on my wife that the next president of the United States and his wife are going to come for lunch tomorrow. So we both look at each other in a sense of real horror and say, okay, we got to clean this house. Mary Pat's got a great job, she works hard, and I got a pretty good job and work hard. We have these 4 kids, and we're used to stepping over things. In fact, we know where they are, we don't have to look anymore. But my sense was that Mitt Romney wouldn't know where to step over, so we gotta get moving. So Friday night we spent cleaning up the house. The second thing as parents we gotta do is we gotta have the talk with the children. Now, you're so scared about what might happen that you're tempted to have the talk on Friday night. But you're smart enough, since your kids are between 9 and 19, to know that they won't remember the next morning if you have to talk with them on Friday night. So you're gonna wait to have that talk till Saturday morning. So Saturday morning we go out and get the things to make lunch, we set everything up, and then we have the talk. We'll bring the 4 of them together and say, listen, Governor Romney and Mrs. Romney are coming. They're very important people. We expect you to be on your best behavior. We want you to be at the front door when they come. We want you to give them a firm handshake, look them in the eye, introduce yourself clearly, articulate, and then make yourself scarce. Now, this was a good plan. Let me share with you how the execution went. First of all, Governor Romney got lost. And yeah, he did. And so we get a phone call from the road saying, geez, we're here. And he was about 10 minutes in the wrong direction. So we directed them back and sent one of the state police out to go find him. And then we get the kids. But it was good because we had the 10-minute pre-positioning maneuver, right? So it was good. So it was all set. We see them walking up the front walk. We open the front door. We greet them. And the first part of the plan, I'm telling you, like clockwork. You would have been proud. They all shook hands. They all did all the stuff we want them to do all the time, but they need to do this time. They did it. They were great. The kids were great. And then the 2 older ones, Andrew and Sarah, who are 19 and 16, they executed the second part of the plan. They made themselves scarce. They went up to the rooms. They were like, okay, they grabbed a sandwich. They were gone. The other part of the plan with Bridget and Patrick, who are 9 and 12, was a little more problematic. It was a beautiful October afternoon, and so we went out on the back patio to have lunch out there. And we started to have a conversation about the campaign and how things are going and all the rest. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see like a flash. It's that parental peripheral vision that you're only granted actually during labor with your first child. Somehow God comes down and says, you couldn't see any of this stuff before, but you're gonna be able to see it after this. I see that flash and I turn and look, and there's my 12-year-old son, Patrick. Now, every family has a Patrick. Every one of you have one, right? You know who I'm talking about. This is the child in your family who is the straw that stirs the drink. This is the child whose mood determines the mood of the household. This is the child who, if he's in a good mood, life is great. And if he is in a bad mood, hell has descended upon your household. So I see this flash, and it's Patrick, and I turn, and Patrick is going full bore, full speed, on his rollerblades, heading directly for Mitt Romney. And now listen, I know you're gonna find this as a surprise, but I was sitting in a chair, And at this stage of my life, I'm not the most nimble guy in the world. So the idea of getting up and throwing my body between Patrick and Governor Romney, even if I wanted to, you want to talk about bad execution. This would have been bad execution. So now I'm just praying something's going to happen. Good. And he gets within 2 feet, and I mean 2 feet, of Mitt Romney. And Mitt's not looking. He's down eating his sandwich. And he doesn't, I guess, he didn't have the peripheral vision working for him that day. And then Patrick slams to a stop with those brakes on the front of the rollerblades, 2 feet in front of Mitt Romney, and it makes an awful noise, right? And Mitt looks up, and Patrick said with a big smile, goes, "How you doing?" I mean, the good news is that Mitt didn't skip a beat. "You rollerblade a lot?" Patrick says, "Well, when I'm not ice skating." And Mitt goes, "So you're ice skating?" He goes, "I'm a hockey player." He said, "Really? What position you play?" "I play left wing." And off goes into a conversation between Mitt Romney and my 12-year-old son about hockey, where Mitt is asking him all these questions, and Patrick feels like the center of the world. Here's Mitt Romney talking to this 12-year-old boy about his hockey season, how many goals he scored last season, and whether he was in a checking league or a non-checking league, and whether he ever thought about playing goalie. And it was wonderful to watch. Now, my 4th child is Bridget. Now, you know this about the last child in your family, especially if you have a large family like we do. You know what the malady is there. They are never getting enough attention, right? And they're always struggling to get that attention. And Bridget is that kid. So you know that everything in a family is a chain reaction. Bridget, from the swing set, sees Patrick getting attention from Mitt Romney. So you know what happens next. The peripheral vision works on the other side. Patrick has moved himself out of the way, and through a series of somersaults and cartwheels, Bridget lands with a perfect 9.0 landing like this in front of Mitt Romney. And she looks at him and says, "I do gymnastics."